reps.
Oh,
for sure.
Yeah,
For
that'd be
reps.
really funny.
Yo,
Yeah,
go do
I don't
one
know.
right now. Go do 3 right now on the
Three
board.
right now.
No, do pull up or something, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
give
weird.
us 3 pull-ups. 3 pull-ups. 3
I
pull-ups.
can't do
3
it. That's
pull-ups.
the pull up part. Is that part? I could do like I'll do
You
what's
can do
this called?
pull-ups right there, bro. It's tall
I'm about to
enough.
say, is that
All right,
not
but
the
when-
pull-up part
But
right
when
there?
I go up there and I just the whole machine falls, y'all gonna feel real guilty, huh?
No, I'm not. I
It's
ain't
gonna be
gonna
real
lie, I'm gonna laugh.
funny.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh.
Big ass. shit.
Not that one. No, that's not. He's a fucking idiot, bro. He's a fucking idiot, bro. He's a fucking idiot.
I ain't do a pull up. I think I'm messing my nose.
What the freak?
Yeah, I think I messed up my nose. No cow.
He was about to break.
Nah.
Nah, that is hilarious.
All right,
bro.
Larry,
What
tell us
the
when we're live. I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, facts. Where we
We've
at?
been live, JTR. JTR, we've been live.
Nah.
Yo, that's crazy. Man, what the fuck did you just do? Hey, welcome back to the
Nah.
Third Sugars podcast, guys. That's what we do around here. Pull up games.
Nah.
Yeah.
All right.
Nah, that's hilarious.
I just
welcome.
want to tell you, JTR, that wasn't the part we were telling you to pull up on.
Yeah, that's not it. The one
on the
right
middle
here.
one.
Yeah.
The stick is literally
Yeah.
the pull up part right there.
Oh, my fault.
Nah, you hilarious. That was hilarious.
Nah, that was crazy, bro.
Anyways, welcome back to the Third Stringers podcast. I am your host, Mitt. Larry, how you feeling today, bro?
I ain't gonna lie to you. That Welch has just hit the spot. I'm feeling great. How y'all feeling? All right, since our host just disappeared, JTR, how you feeling today?
Well, I was feeling good until after that. I mean, no, I start my new job tomorrow. You know, I'm gonna be whipping up burritos at Chipotle, so I guess
Really?
I'm feeling okay. Yeah, Father, how about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Like, I just learned of an easy lick I'm about to hit for burritos.
Hey yo. Since the last time we was here, it was the conference finals. We learned. Oh yeah, yo. You think I forgot about this? Yo, go throw some ass, JTR, right now.
Oh yeah,
Go throw some
yep.
ass. Go throw some ass.
Wait,
Throw
wait.
Throw
Remind
it.
Remind the viewers why I have to do this.
So JTR, when the Warriors were up 3-0 against the Mavericks, JTR said that Mavericks would get swept. They would not get a game. They did get a game. They got game 4. Now, it was a gentleman's sweep, but that's not what JTR said. So, bro, go turn around and throw some ass, bro.
I'll do it.
Throw
at the
that
end.
ass in a circle.
I'll do it at the end. I'll do it at the end. I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
That's
You
fine.
know, give him a look.
I'm still recovering. I'm still recovering.
Nah.
Nah, bro was about to bring the whole John down with him. But yeah, we already talked about the Western Conference Finals. I just brought it up. The Warriors are in the finals. Steph Curry won the Larry Bird Conference Finals.
Magic
No,
Johnson.
Magic
Johnson. I don't know, ball. My
I
fault.
thought Larry Bird's in the East, buddy.
That's what, yeah. I don't know, ball, bro. I don't know, ball. But he finally won a conference MVP, first time ever. Shout out Curry. And then on the East, went down to a Game 7, Miami versus Celtics, and a lot happened in that Game 7. We're gonna get into it, but it ended up with Jason Tatum and the Celtics going into going into
Yeah, keep talking.
going into the finals. Father, how do you feel about your Miami Heat coming short?
Well, you know, obviously, like, I think injuries played a big factor in the Celtics winning every series they played. And, you know, if we were fully healthy, we probably would have won in, like, maybe 6 or 5.
Who was hurt for your team? You keep saying this. Who was hurt?
Well, Jimmy Butler was playing on, like, a fucked up knee for, like, a couple games. Tyler
True.
Hero missed, like, the last 3 games. He tried to play in Game 7. It was still bugging him. He couldn't play. You know, Kyle Lowry missed, like, a lot of the playoffs. Like, he just wasn't himself.
He also missed a lot of shots too. Just didn't
Yes,
play
he
well.
did. Yes, he did.
The Heat will not bounce back.
Nah, bro, we're
Everyone's
gonna
a
be
year
so much
older.
better
he
next year.
isn't. No, he
Yes,
isn't.
I am. Yes,
Jimmy
I am.
Butler would just be a year older. Kyle Lowry would just be a year older.
Is that Kyle Lowry butt's just going to get bigger?
PJ
Jimmy's-
Tucker will be a
You're
year
acting.
older.
You're acting like
Won't
we
have
can't make
Udonis
moves.
Haslem.
You're acting like we can't make moves.
Nah, I'll
What
ask, what
moves?
moves? What moves? Tell us actually.
Well, I mean, like, there's a couple we could make, such as we could move for Donovan Mitchell or Bradley Beal if he finally, like, isn't stupid and wants to leave Washington. But
I don't think Bradley's gonna leave.
I don't think he is either. But I think Donovan Mitchell is more likely to be like someone we could trade for because Dwayne Wade is part owner of like Utah, and I know for sure he's whispering in Donovan Mitchell's ear every day like, hey, this one
Go to
happened to
the Knicks?
Miami. No, he'd not go to the Knicks. Why would he
There
go to
was
the
a
Knicks?
report saying that they're looking for a trade.
Yeah, I mean the Knicks are looking for that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. As a Knicks fan,
Son,
Tyler Hero is a way better trade aspect or trade whatever than
Mhm.
what we could give him. What quickly?
What you guys can give him? Cam Reddish in a first?
Kemba? Like no, he's heat bound. He's heat bound
I
for
agree
sure.
with
If
that.
they do
I
anything,
agree.
If he leaves, if he end up leaves, there's no way he doesn't end up in Miami.
I want to say no way, but I see the opportunity. Larry, how you feel about Game 7?
I'm just happy that they lost. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a father hate. I am a father hater. I don't get to see fathers succeed. It makes me happy. Appreciate
Uh-huh.
W8. JTR, how you feeling about it? How your nose feeling? First of all, how your nose feeling?
yo, my nose is broken, but you know what? Just like Father's heart after that game. So I mean, it's pretty even. At the end of the day, Jimmy Butler. I mean, I think it's a good thing for Jimmy Butler because he could finally say he got sent home. Congratulations to Jimmy Butler. First time he could ever say that sentence and it means something. But yeah.
He's been sent home multiple times. What are you
did mean
talking
by
about?
that?
Oh, I was just talking about childhood shit. If you know, you know.
Oh. Didn't you just get kicked out of your house, bro? You're making the same
I
joke?
can make. I can
I'm
make
about
that
to say,
joke. I can
don't
make that
you and
joke.
Jimmy have like the same problems? Don't both of y'all mothers hate y'all?
My mom waited 19 years. His mom waited like 13. All right, you
He
got it.
wasn't
Yeah.
even 13. It was like when he's a young boy, I think. It was like
I
when
mean,
he's
that's
9.
when Michael Jordan's money stopped coming in.
Nah, but I want to talk about, the infamous shot that had Twitter going crazy. What do y'all think that was a good shot by Jimmy Butler? What was it? 20 seconds left. Down by what? What were they down by? 4? 2?
It was
They're
a
down-
2-point
they're
game,
down 2.
98. Yeah, it was 98 to 96. About I think 17 seconds left exactly. He had made a run. Nah, he on your dick, no gap. He were making a run. It was like an 11-0 run in the last 2 minutes of that game. We all thought the game was over. I was watching with father. He was dead quiet. Thought the game was over. Max Strus hit a couple threes. Had a putback dunk, which was insane. And then Jimmy came down 2-point game, pulled up on Al Horford. Now it was a 3-on-3 transition. It might have been 4-on-3, but I think it was 3-on-3
It was
with
3
a
on 3.
trailing man.
Mhm.
He had Al Horford on him. So a lot of people are like, you could have done a lot more things in that situation. Take him to the rim, maybe take another step in, pull up for the mid range, or find one of your open teammates that were hot. Because Jimmy was not hot. Yo, I read that shit. That shit had me laughing. He said, I know that John. And him doing that pull-ups. I know he's hot. Yeah, I know you hot. Look at him.
Man, I'm so sorry.
You wearing them heavy ass glasses too. I know you hot.
All right.
Anyways, oh my fault. Anyways,
I won't do no. I'm done.
Nah, but
he pulled up for the 3, ended up missing it. Far left, hit the rim though. But he ended up losing that game from that point. Father, how did you feel about your star player doing that?
I have no problem with him taking that. Like, it was, like I understand why he took that. Like, Al Horford's in the paint. Like, of course he could like drive in on that, but like the refs kind of weren't calling shit the whole game. So was it the best shot for him to take in that situation? Maybe not, but it's something I'll live with it. Like, I have no problem with him taking that. Like, he was the only reason we were in that series. So if he felt like that was the best thing for him to do.
Me personally,
And
if I'm running down the court, I see Al Horford in front of me. Hezzy tween, straight to the rim, yamming that bitch. But at the
No,
end
you're
of the
not.
day, Jimmy Butler was the reason they were there. He had like 35 points. He probably felt how at the time he thought he was his dad, Michael Jordan. I have no problem with him taking that shot. I don't know why people say it's a bad shot.
No.
Obviously, like with hindsight's 2020, you look back, he misses. Oh, obviously you're gonna say it's a bad shot. But
If he makes that, he's God.
if he makes that, he's looking like Kawhi in 2019. So
Mhm.
I don't understand. Like
It was a heat check. Like honestly, it was a heat check. It was just a bad time for a heat check.
He wasn't even hot though.
He was.
Um,
He hit a few shots prior. Nigga just looking like, damn, you really hit that. And then he just started going crazy, and then he just
Yeah.
pulled up for 3.
I'm not mad at it either. As Father said, if as a fan of the team, your star player pulls
Cap.
up.
Cap.
That's hate. Yo,
all
hate.
right, cock watching.
If my star player pulls up, Brown pulls up, where AD does that, I'm not gonna be mad. It is what
Yeah.
it is. If Russ did that though, I'd be pissed. So
That's because Russ is Russ.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
No.
at least Kyle Lowry wasn't the one pulling
Yeah,
up
if,
from
if
three.
Kyle Lowry pulled up and bricked that, I would have been pissed.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
fuck
different.
you.
See, that's different.
yeah.
Or like PJ
Oh,
Tucker
when it's your
came up,
star
that's some
player,
shit.
Yeah, when it's your star player, you can trust him in that situation to do something like that.
No, while we're talking about players thinking they're star players, Marcus Smart at the end of that game, I don't know what possessed him.
The only thing is,
He was the second best player on the Heat that night.
bro, it was the last like 2 minutes, especially because he had, I think, 4 wide open threes, and they were all, if you make this, it's a dagger.
Mhm,
If you
yes.
make this, it's a dagger. And he was just either short or long or whatever it was. He just not hitting it in the last 2 minutes. That's half of the reason why they came back. I do want to talk about Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum did have a very good playoff series, conference final series. He ended up winning the Eastern Conference Eastern Conference MVP. There's no
Yeah.
finals in that, right?
There's a finals. I believe.
Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
MVP.
That's too many words, bro.
It's called the Bob. It's the Bob Cousy
I'm not
Award.
calling the
Is it
Bob,
not the Larry-
Robert
is it not the
Cousy,
Larry
bro.
Bird?
Cousy Award.
I thought it was
I
Larry
think it's
Bird.
Bob Cousy. I think it's
No,
Bob Cousy.
no,
Really?
it's Bob Cousy.
Really?
It's Bob Cousy, father. It's
It should
Bob
be
Cousy.
LeBron.
That's nasty. That's nasty. JJ Redick owns him.
Should have been the LeBron James Award, but I
Oh, for
digress. Jason Tatum won that. And in Game 7, he did come out wearing a purple and gold 24. The only thing is, he's wearing a Kobe what is that, arm sleeve or whatever, wristband.
Armband.
Yeah,
I think.
wristband, armband, whatever. He was wearing that in honor of Kobe. I love that. Shout out Kobe. Channel your inner Kobe whenever you want. The only thing, my thing is, why he couldn't get the black and gold one? Like he couldn't just get like a one that kind of matches with their jersey. Like the purple and gold just stood out, bro. Was the other one looking at that?
He did it for attention.
I was waiting for you to
Yeah.
keep going and get to that last point that he did, just so I can call him what I want to call him, because he's despicable in my eyes.
The last thing you
That's-
talking about the text?
Yes.
Yes.
A despicable human being.
Yeah,
Despicable.
That's nasty.
For those who don't
To
know,
say this was for you, then posted it. Like that's
Yeah.
just nasty.
He did after the game, after they won, the day after, released a screenshot of him texting Kobe Bryant a couple hours before the game. This is for you with the it was it the 2 fingers crossed emoji or the one up?
I think
It was one of them.
It was. I think it was the two.
Yeah, 2 finger with one of these. Exactly. Like what the fuck? He texted Kobe about that. So how do you feel about Jason Tatum in a whole, Larry?
Great basketball player. Had a few bad games, but he showed up when needed to be. But he's an attention whore.
Oh,
Like
that's so nasty.
There's no way on God. Even when LeBron won his championship, he didn't do all that. He won it in LA. That's oh my gosh. Imagine your friend is dead, gone, and you just gonna text his phone. Yeah, this is for you, and then screenshot it and post it. I understand the text. You can send a text, but to screenshot it and post it is crazy. Because if you
nasty.
lost that game, we would have never seen that text.
True.
I mean, he probably wouldn't have sent it.
No, he
Yeah, it was already sent.
was already sent.
Oh, he sent it before the game.
He sent
yeah.
it before the game. He sent it, I think at 2:30, and they kicked off at 7:30.
Oh,
Heat time, Miami time. Father,
I
how do
mean,
you feel about the guy that kicked you out of the playoffs?
Al Horford or Jalen Brown or Derek White? Which one of them? Because
In
let me
my
tell you
opinion,
something.
Jalen Brown should have won.
Oh, Jason Tatum was not the best player for the Celtics that series. Like, not even close. Uh, he's probably the worst conference finals MVP of all time. And yeah, he had a 10-point game, and they gave him the
He's
fucking finals MVP.
only
That guy
one.
was a bum. It should have went to Jimmy. You know, the actual best player on the court in every game, when he wasn't injured.
so
But
you're
you
gonna
know,
give Jimmy LeBron treatment?
I'm gonna give Jimmy, LeBron, and Jerry West treatment. I want him to have the biggest fucking loser award. Nah, that Showtime clip is hilarious. But you know, I would have rather, a much more deserving player on the Celtics have it. Like
Who's
Al
that player for
Horford.
you?
Al Horford.
I'm not really worried about who wins that award. I genuinely think it means absolutely nothing. So I don't think it means anything for all-time standard. I just think it's one way for them to track who had a good playoffs and shit like that. JTR, how do you feel about Jason Tatum?
At the end of the day, one, he wasn't the best player. You guys already covered that. But I just feel like Larry got it right. He's an attention whore. He wore the purple so it could stick out. We would have never seen that text if he lost. Real like he's acting like a middle school girl posting texts to like their dead friends. Like, what the hell? It's not
Hmm.
cool. It's weird. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a weird thing to do. I feel like he's trying to get like that Kobe Bryant stimulus that like, oh, he's doing this for Kobe. Let's root for him. And it's corny. I don't like it.
Games bubble
Tony,
MVP.
I agree. Tony, I truly agree with you.
That
Dennis-
game's bubble MVP was like 5 games, bro.
Wait,
And
there was a bubble MVP?
Dennis
Nah,
just
it
no
was
ways.
Twitter.
Yes, it was the bubble. I think they legit had Mickey Mouse on the bubble.
No,
MVP.
bro, that's a joke, bro. No, bro. Imagine
Nah,
they
but
gave him the Mickey Mouse.
so we talked about both series, but it's not. It's time to talk about the Warriors versus Celtics. I want y'all to tell me who y'all think's gonna win and why.
Who wants to go first? All right.
Go
Your
ahead,
team.
Father.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Father.
Your team
Oh,
was the team.
My team has not been in here at all.
All right. Warriors in 5, bro.
Why?
Celtics are. I mean, the Warriors is just a better team. Celtics got lucky. They were carried by refs and injuries the whole playoffs. And if Jason Tatum has another 10-point game, they're probably losing by 40.
I feel you. Okay, but in 5,
Oh,
I can
yeah.
see 6.
I mean,
I
yeah, if
If
they're
they
lucky,
play the way
Scott
they
Foster's
played-
officiating. Sure.
If they played the way they played against y'all, I see it going down in 4. Really.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like they just have really inconsistent stars. Like Jason Tatum, I don't know. They don't have as much experience as the Warriors, which I get. Like the Warriors, a lot of the roster hasn't been here before, but the main core has been. And I just feel like they're not as tired. Like these guys just played 2 back-to-back 7-game series.
Y'all don't
Like,
think
that's
the
gonna-
Celtics play well against the Heat?
No,
I don't.
I think the Heat just played worse.
I think the series as a whole was like pretty bad, like for both teams.
Yeah,
Because like
Yeah.
it was like one team was getting blown out one day, the next team the other day. It was just a nasty series, and then like everyone was banged up, like everyone was injured, tired, and everything.
yeah, for sure. But I will say the Celtics do have good matchups. Like
Mhm.
to guard. Well, yeah, they have very good defensive matchups, but the Warriors, they do.
Oh.
It's really just 2 like really good defenses. But I think the Warriors' offense wipes them. But turnovers is going to be an issue for sure.
Hmm.
Turnovers will be an issue. I think, in my opinion, I don't think Celtics played that bad against the Heat. I think in some games they look good. Some games the Heat look good. Damn, I just got a call. Some games the Heat look good. Some games the Celtics look good. The defense will stick up against the Warriors. They match up well, as JTR said. I do see it going 7. I think Boston's gonna have 3 7-game series this year, and I see the Celtics. I see the Celtics closing it out. I see Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown getting his first championship. It might go 6. Genuinely, if Curry has a couple stinkers, what we've seen so far this playoffs is you need reliable dribble penetration to beat the Celtics. Besides Jordan Poole and Steph Curry, the Warriors lack in that department. Now,
Damian
also
Lee.
Damian Lee and shit like that, like Juan Toscano. Like, come on, bro. Um, and then you also had Kevin Looney looking like a goat, looking like Hakeem for the Memphis series, and then also looking like that against the Dallas Mavericks because they didn't have the interior presence of the Celtics. The Celtics have the interior presence. They have the wing depth. They have the guard play to match up with Curry and them on the defensive end. And I think on the offensive end, it's going to be similar to what we've seen against the Bucks, the Nets, and the Heat. The Celtics aren't going to be too complicated. Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown will have to carry the load heavily. Marcus Smart will have to have a couple 20-point games, and I think they can get that. I think they can get that done. I do see them closing it out this year. The Celtics have looked like the best team in the playoffs, in my opinion, relative to their competition, relative to who they're playing, like also the narratives around that team. They were supposed to lose against the Nets. They played the best player in the league. They played Jimmy Butler in the Heat in the conference finals. Somebody they played a couple years ago in the conference finals and lost. So I think they have they have turned a little switch this year, and I see them completing that. I see them completing that this finals. But I understand the sentiments.
I like that. I like that a lot. I want the Warriors to win. I really do. No, I'm tripping. I'm high. I'm sorry. I want the Celtics to win. I meant. I really do. Because I just want to hate on all the Warriors fans that I know.
Me too.
But I also want the Warriors to win so I can shit on KD.
Yeah, fuck the Warriors. Okay. Not even fuck the Warriors. I fuck with Steph Curry and them. Fuck the Warriors fans, bro. Oh my god.
Say it again. Say one's name. Say one's name.
Urkel, the bull
Urkel.
Dre that looks like a 12-year-old. The bull that yells all the time. I think he's from Jamaica. No, like you feel me? He's a weirdo.
You're skipping it. You're
Double D.
skipping it. Yep.
Double
Yep.
D, fuck Double D.
That's the one. That's the one you was looking for.
That was the one.
Who else be in them faces? Gifted. He seemed like a cool dude. Fuck him too. Yo, I just hate y'all. I
Talking
really
about
dead hate. I dead hate y'all.
Is he talking about Eli?
Nah,
This
he's
is-
just somebody that be in Twitter spaces,
I
bro.
thought Eli
but
was a Heat fan.
So
Eli is
wait,
a G fan.
I thought his name was Gifted or something. I don't know.
Wait.
Eli can't-
Official predictions, real quick. Say who's gonna
Go
win
ahead.
how many games, and then who's gonna win the
You-
Finals MVP. I think we all talked about it, but I just want to get like the final.
Oh, okay. Warriors in 6. Jordan Poole Finals MVP.
Imagine.
I'm
Nah,
gonna
bro,
go
that would've-
Warriors in 6. Steph Curry Finals MVP.
That's the real one for sure.
No, it's not. I ain't gonna lie to you. The real one is Warriors in 6.
Andrew
Draymond
Wiggins.
Green. Finals MVP.
Nah, yo,
Draymond
if Steph
Green-
Curry doesn't get it,
Draymond Green is going to give us a 10-point, 8 rebounds, 10 assists finals, and he's going to be our finals MVP.
yes sir.
Celtics in 6 or 7. Jason Tatum Finals MVP. Jason Tatum also solidifies himself as a top 8 player in the league.
8 is such an odd.
Yeah, yeah.
8 is such an
Why
odd.
not
like-
just?
I'm thinking about 9 and 10. I'm like, he's already better. So
I mean, if he's top 8, Jimmy's got to be top 5.
I think Jason Tatum's better.
Jimmy outplayed him for a whole series.
He didn't.
Yes, he did.
Jimmy had to carry a different type of load. Pause.
Nah.
Relating back to the NBA, keeping it on NBA. The All NBA teams did come out. Do you guys have any feelings about these All NBA teams? Larry, if you could pull it up, I think you could just share it. Try to pull it up. Father, you have any problems with these All NBA teams? Devin Booker was All NBA first team. Let me just. I think the All NBA teams went like this: Luka, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Giannis, Jokic were first team. Second team was Curry, Ja, KD, Embiid, and Siakam. I think was the 4. And then I forget the third team. All right, so I already went over the first. That second team was DeMar DeRozan as the 3, my fault. And then Kevin Durant and Joel Embiid as the 2 forwards in the center. And then the third team was Chris Paul, Trae Young, Bronny, Siakam, and Kat. So, JTR, you have any gripes against this All NBA team this year?
Not really. I mean, the only thing I have against the All NBA is they need to start announcing this before the playoffs because a lot of people take what happened in the playoffs and then complain. Like a lot of people have problems with Devin Booker being first team, which I guess like Ja had kind of like it's iffy. But if you go back to the regular season, look at the stats, look at the team success. I think it's well deserved. And honestly, people are just using the playoffs, like using how they lost to the Mavs, got fucking blown out by the Mavs as an excuse. But I like the teams overall.
Um, uh,
Father?
I just think like, the Heat were the first seed. Like I know Jimmy and Bam missed a couple games, but I think one of them should have been in the team. Preferably Jimmy. Like I think Jimmy should have made at least third team. And then like, if you're telling me the Heat got the first seed with no All NBA players, suppose the coach of the year. So, it's all like, you got to give us one, but the media hates Miami. We know this. Well, let's just brush it aside, move on.
At least y'all got the Sixth Man of the Year award.
Hmm He's gonna look amazing in Utah next year.
Wait, what Miami player did you want on the All NBA team?
At least Jimmy.
He didn't make it. He didn't have a good
No.
regular season though.
I mean, still first. Like, we're the first team. Like, I mean, the
Yeah,
first
you're
seed.
the first seed.
Yes, we should have at least had one. Trey Young, he was a playing team, bro. Like, he could have. Well, actually, Trey Young's a guard. Let me kind of. Who are the forwards? I remember.
Pascal, LeBron.
Pascal, LeBron, and Cat.
He should have made it over Pascal.
I agree.
Like, I would have. Like, Bam could have made it over Pascal. I don't like either of them, bro. It's Pascal.
I also think Bam could have made it over Cat.
Yeah, I was about to
honestly,
say that exact
yeah.
same thing.
I don't think Cat had that good of a season, to be honest. I
Yeah.
don't know. People are high on Cat this season, but I don't even think he had that good of a season. Did you guys talk about Devin Booker being on the first team?
A little bit, if
I
you
say
want
he
to touch
deserves
on
it.
it more.
First team?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't
I think
think
both.
so.
I think both guards on second team had a better year than Devin Booker. Both of them.
Both of them.
Both
You could
of them.
argue Ja, but I don't think you could argue Steph. Overall, the whole year.
Devin
Steph-
Booker did not have that good of a year. He was just a first seed.
Yeah. And I saw the first seed stimulus got Devin Booker first seed. So like
Jimmy
Jimmy
Butler didn't even
Butler.
get any of them. So shit,
Yeah,
this
so-
doesn't make sense.
yeah.
Some of the things that came up out of this were Kendrick Perkins voted for Kevin Durant as a all defensive team member. Jalen Rose voted for Kyrie Irving as a all NBA third team or second team. So it just goes back to everybody's like, we all noticed now. A few years ago when we first started watching basketball, we didn't really understand this, but when you use like media driven votes and votes that these guys like Kendrick Perkins and Bill Simmons and shit like that who just have a clear bias against one of these players or for one of these players, it kind of makes the argument unreliable. Kevin Durant is not an all NBA, all defensive team player, and Kyrie Irving played about 12 games. He's not going to be on the all NBA list. So it's just shit like that where we have to look out for some of these awards. Any final thoughts on all NBA, JTR?
No.
Anybody?
Nah, Kendrick Perkins is a bozo.
Kendrick Burgers is a bozo.
hmm
JTR, what do you drink? JTR,
Yeah, at
JTR.
this point, bro, like,
what
what
is
is
this?
this?
What
Is
is
that
this?
Danimals?
Yo, Danimals.
Yeah. Don't hate. It's good
Okay,
shit.
okay.
I mean, I was like 10 though.
Okay.
Look what Dennis said.
Okay.
What'd he say? JTR ran his time drinking Danimals. Yo, what's crazy? Where'd you get that from? Because that bitch was in the garage. Is that warm? Is that warm?
No, there's a fridge.
Oh,
Nah,
alright.
JTR, you've been getting cooked all pod, bro.
Nah. Speaking
Oh,
about JTR getting
pause.
cooked.
I ain't gonna lie, how do you start off the pot hitting your nose on something and then you just be getting cooked?
Yo, Snipes going crazy in the chat.
Yo, Med, talking about JTR getting cooked.
Nah, hold up. I got you. Hold up, bro. Yeah, Larry, I'm about to send you a couple lists, right? They're from the official JTR on Twitter. we're just gonna talk about a couple of these lists for a second, right? This is one a new one. Hold up.
Wait. I want to
Damn.
Can I
Can we start with
preface
the shooting
something?
guard? Can we start with the shooting
Yeah,
guard
let's start
list?
with the starting.
Wait, can I preface something really quickly before we talk about the list? A lot of
You don't know
people,
ball?
no, a lot of people take it way too serious.
Send him on Twitter, man.
Like
Send
I
him on
get,
Twitter.
like I get.
Send him in the group
Yeah,
chat.
you can
But-
have your gripes, but at the end of the day,
But never mind, he
it's
did.
my top 10, right. And also, people will like see the list and they'll be like, it's a good list, but like, no, they'll be like, it's a horrible ass list. 8 should be over 7. 9 should be over 8, and that'll be their only gripe about it. That doesn't make it a bad list if one thing is wrong, and it's my opinion. We just value 2 different things. I don't care.
No,
Fad,
you're
you
wrong.
said the shooting guard list, huh?
I stand by mine. I
You
stand
see what's
by
wrong
mine.
with this?
So let's just read it off first. This is JTR's. He's just been doing lists for some reason. Nobody asked for him. I guess he just thinks. Think he's a good Twitter personality. People really want his basketball takes or something, and he just drops his list. You got Jordan at 1, Kobe at 2, James Harden, who's we're gonna have a conversation at 3, Dwayne Wade at 4, Allen Iverson at 5. Clyde, George Gervin, Vince Carter, Ray Allen, and Tracy McGrady close out the list. Any initial thoughts, Father, about JTR's list?
Doo-doo. this shit is garbage, bro. James Harden over Dwayne Wade? Just say you don't know ball. Why did you even make 4 more lists after this?
JTR, you got, explain yourself. Explain your criteria. Explain the reason of your why you.
All right,
picked
so
these players.
listen. I've talked about this a lot in spaces. Honestly, if you want to argue, if you want to put Dwayne Wade over James Harden, I could get that you could say, oh, you value winning more. But I value highest peak and the longevity of that peak. And I personally believe, the stats prove it, that James Harden had a higher peak and a better peak. All right, people start to snoring when I start talking real hoops. No cap. No cap.
Larry, you got any thoughts about this
Oh.
before we cook them?
James Harden having a higher peak than Dwayne Wade is wild to me. I don't give a fuck what the stats say. I
He
don't
just doesn't
care.
know ball.
I don't care. And I'm going to be a casual. I'm pull the casual take. The eye test doesn't say that. I can sit back and watch the old Dwayne Wade games in his prime. James Harden doesn't even touch the shit Dwayne Wade can do. The Flash, come on, bro.
I tried to explain to him how D-Wade peaked at a best player in the league level for about 4 years. He's also the better playoff riser, some that James Harden has never been and will never be now that he's out of his prime. So you're comparing somebody that in the regular season might have had a higher scoring peak or an offensive peak because he never addresses the other side of the ball either. So you can't even definitively say that James Harden has been a better player than D Wade because of the other side of the ball. But if we want to talk strictly offensively, James Harden has a higher offensive peak maybe in the regular season. In my opinion, those numbers are inflated because of the offense that they were playing. But that's not even the point. That's not even my point. My point is when you get into the playoffs and he's constantly dropping in every stat, putting up shitters, bro, back to back years. From 20, we counted on in the space from 2015 to 2020. You can name at least 1 or 2 series in the playoffs where James Harden either was terrible or not the best player on his own team. So this has always been an argument for a lot of people. People love coming to this as a shooting guard list because the first 2 are always we know who the first 2 are. So people just want to argue about something. So they go to James Harden and D Wade. I just think it's always been idiotic. If D Wade peaked at one of the best players in the league, and that was when prime LeBron and prime Kobe was around. JTR, explain yourself.
Honestly, I already did, but I don't want to go through all these lists. People keep saying the power forward list. Please go through the power forward list because
I haven't even
genuinely,
seen this
I
yet.
don't see a problem. Yeah, you could live react to this right now.
All right.
I'll talk about we'll do a lot of top 10s in the what's it called in free agency and stuff like that. What's wrong with it? Please tell me. Please.
You know what's wrong with it.
What team did Bob Pettit play for?
The Hawks.
You only know that because of my team. You only know that because
What
you only
team
know
did
that 'cause of
Elvin
Timo.
Hayes play for?
I got no idea, but I saw the stats. I saw the stats and he went crazy.
Play
No
for
cap.
Washington.
Why is he on your team? He about to say the Washington Wizards too.
Washington Bullets.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh
whoa.
my god.
We don't like,
Yo.
we don't like bullets around here.
Oh shit, I just fell. So we're gonna ignore number 2?
Number 2 is
I-
just atrocious.
I'm about to say,
Egregious.
What's your explanation for this list? Give me a criteria. Is this the same criteria?
All right, so Tim Duncan, obviously unanimous number 1, right? We could all agree on that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Karl Malone, I'm not going to take in what he did outside of basketball into consideration.
Nah.
I don't care. I don't care.
So
I'm
if
What has
I
he
talking
done
make,
on the court?
so JTR, if I make a top 10 R&B singers list and I put that guy at number 1,
I would
I'm
have no
okay.
problem. No
Oh
problem
my-
with it. No
But
problem.
Larry, you could beat him in a basketball argument as well. So just keep talking. Go ahead.
Listen. Karl Malone, higher peak than Kevin Garnett and Dirk. Longer peak for sure. And yeah, I know obviously team success he didn't have it, but he had more competition in the West. And what's your guys' argument? Like
This
who's
longer peak of Karl Malone over Kevin Garnett, Dirk, Giannis. I'm gonna put all 3 because I can go
Yeah.
down to Charles Barkley, and then Kevin McHale, Bob Pettit, and Evan Hayes. I don't care about black and white basketball, so I don't necessarily know what you want me to say to that. But Karl Malone over Dirk, Kevin, and Giannis. What is this longer peak you speak of?
he averaged 26 points and 10 rebounds for 17 seasons straight. Giannis has only done that for 5 seasons. At
Does
the
that
end of
mean that
Giannis's season, at the end of Giannis's career, he'll be a number 2 if he keeps playing like this. But I can't do it right now.
But does that mean that because he averages the 26 and 10, it was the same 26 and 10 his whole career? Also, I want to fact check on you.
I just said for 17 seasons.
17 years he averages that because he would have GOAT longevity.
I mean, he's at number 2 scoring of all time. So
He
or
has
number 3 now. Number
all-time
3.
longevity, but even Kareem fell off in his 16th season, 17th season.
Fact
So
check
if
it right now.
you're about to tell me that he 26 and 10.
It averages out to 26 and 10. Yes.
Yeah,
I know ball.
he got
know
you
ball.
there. Only seasons where he didn't average. He averaged 14 his first season, 21 his second season, 27 his third season, 29 his fourth season, 31 his fifth, whatever season. I'm dyslexic. 29, 28, 27, 25, 26, 25, 27, 27, 23, 25, 23, 22, 20, 13.
So basically he didn't average 26 the whole time.
It was 25, by the way, man. It wasn't 26.
It's still 25, 20,
Yeah.
whatever. Also, JTR, when you bring up Karl Malone, you also have to bring up the fact that there was illegal defense around. We're just saying it. If you watch a lot of Karl Malone and Josh
Yes,
Donkey
but-
buckets, it was a one-on-one typically against either a slower or smaller defender. So he would bully them into the paint or drive into it, but that's not even a good argument. All I'm gonna say is Kevin Garnett, the stat nerds love him. And for obvious reasons, he peaked at all time defensively and all time offensively. 2004, like 2003 to like 2005, he peaked like there. Using a 13-year quote unquote peak is not like that's not a good argument. You have to pick a certain amount of years for your 3-year peak, and then if you want to say longevity, then I would give it to you. Giannis, if you're gonna sit here and tell me that if Giannis plays what Giannis has already been doing this for 6 years. So if you're gonna sit here and tell me that for another 3 years or for 9 years Giannis is doing this, or another 4 years, Giannis will be doing this, because nothing will change for Giannis. Do you agree he will do this for another 4 years?
If no injury, yeah. But I can't just base it off of like what I think will happen. He can get injured and fall off completely. At the end of the day, at the end of his career, I'll put him at number 2. There's nothing wrong with that. But right now, can't do it. I do it based off what I see.
I doubt you watch more than 3 games of Karl Malone.
Karl Malone, I watch film, no cap.
Nah.
Name his wing.
Basketball film. You what?
Name this Utah Jazz starting 5.
All right, that's crazy. You name them. Like I don't know.
You
I
told
got
us you
you.
watch ball.
You watch ball. You
I
watch.
watch ball, and I can't tell you half the teams on the NBA right now is bench players. Doesn't mean I don't watch ball.
I I think I can give you 3 of Utah starters. I don't know about the rest.
They're not. Their my team cards aren't good enough for me
Yeah.
to remember it.
Damn. All in all, overall point, JTR started
Oh.
watching basketball in 2018, guys. We're
Yeah,
not gonna put too much issue into this.
he doesn't know
Bef-
ball.
But yeah, we were talking about what is it? What was his name? Elgin Hayes, right? That was his name.
Please don't
Elvin.
go back to Elgin Hayes.
What
Elvin.
team was it? What team was he on, Ben?
I don't know.
All right, let me ask
The
someone smarter.
Bullets.
Yeah, Father, what team was he on?
He was on the Washington Bullets.
All right, while we're talking about bullets, the gun control has been
That's
on Twitter
crazy.
lately. It's, all right, go ahead. Introduce gun control, Ben. You got it.
You can't just give me that transition after I was about to say it. Cut me off and then say the bullets.
Hey, I had a fly
Bullets.
transition. Go ahead.
Yo, this conversation came up after the unfortunate shooting at Texas elementary school. I forget the name of the school, but we all know about it now. It was unfortunate what happened, but a conversation of gun control, as it always does, comes up after one of these horrific events.
Hmm.
Before I get into it, I just want to get some of y'all thoughts. Larry, how do you feel about gun control and what America could do?
Honestly, the best thing to do, and I've been seeing it for a while, and I don't know why nobody decided to implement this. Whoever the gun belongs to, we charge them also. Whatever killings happen, along with if somebody takes their gun, charge them. They get the exact same charges that the killer gets. GG's, I promise you, guns won't go missing anymore. If I know that my gun's going to get taken, and my gun gets taken, and somebody makes 5 murders with my gun, and I know I'm going to jail for those murders, tough.
It's like that in some states, though.
It
Is it?
is.
Yeah. So what you're necessarily talking about, if the gun gets tracked back to you, that's why this pole is hot type of, like, you feel me? Like, you ever heard that?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
gun
I
is
know,
hot.
I know about that. I know about that. But that's if you get caught the gun, you get all of anything that's charged with the gun.
Also, if it was registered.
If you
to you.
if you have the possession, whoever gets caught with the gun in that situation, if you have the gun in your possession and it had previous bodies on you get charged with every body in hand. But what I'm saying is,
But if it's
whoever
registered to you, that's the same thing. If they find if it was ever registered, this is the problem though. Guns aren't
exactly.
registered. Yeah, guns aren't registered. So I get what you're saying. Most people guns are registered. A lot of these guns are illegal. Because, for example, I pass away, I have 15 of them. Father gets them. Father does whatever with them. Gives 5 of them to Larry, gives 10 of them to his cousin Jack.
How many does father have left?
Who's tracking what Jack and Larry do with these guns? Nobody. So that's the overall issue with this. JTR, how you feel about it? And what do you think?
Yeah, honestly, I'm ban guns. I don't care what people say. I know right to hunt, blah blah blah. I know it's a really crazy thing to say, but I just think that a lot of countries that have not as much of a gun culture as we do, obviously they're not dealing with the mass shootings and school shootings that we're dealing with. And I've never really hunted. I've never really cared about that. So that's the right to hunt. I really don't care about that. I know some people do. And also, I don't think anybody should have anything over a pistol. If we're gonna give guns away, nobody has the right to have a whole Call of Duty class of guns. That is not something you should do. I should not have a Semtex, a freaking scope. I should not have all this. A pistol is all you need to protect yourself if that's really what you're worried about.
First of all, you're throwing shade from what I showed inside the Discord the other day. I
Oh,
know
my,
you are.
I didn't know you had. I didn't know you had a blick. I didn't know.
Second of all, did you not remember what they said in Spaces earlier in the UK? They don't have guns. They have mass stabbings.
Okay, but if someone comes up in the room and first of all, mass stabbing, that's crazy because if someone comes in the room with a knife, the fifth person deserves to be stabbed. Because if you see 4 people already getting stabbed and you're not out of there, you deserve.
Did you not
at
hear
that
how she
point.
described the mass
I'm
stabbing?
sorry.
She said 10 people walk in the room with a knife. Everybody, them 10 people gonna get 10 people. That's a
But
mass
it's
stabbing
rare
right there.
though. Nah,
Yeah,
That's rare.
It's rare, like 1 out of a million type of thing.
Imagine
Like,
that.
it's rare.
Bro,
They'll just pop out the veil with a little dagger.
Bro, you just gotta run. Just gotta be faster than the guy with the knife.
I can run from a bullet. That's word for word, bar for bar. That's what I said. I said if it's a gun, I'm not faster than a bullet. But if you have a knife, I play soccer, bro. I'm running. I probably have more endurance than you two, bro. I'm running.
Hmm. Yo, I've turned the ball over and tried to get the chase down block. Yeah, that's you got to run with that kind of drive.
That's some Braun shit. That's what Braun be thinking about every time. No cap. Father, how you feel about gun control, bro?
I kind of agree with JTR a little bit. Like, I think banning all guns is like not realistic, but I definitely think like we should ban the type of guns people could own, because I don't think people should be owning like shotguns and ARs and that type of stuff. You know, they can go on mass killing sprees with. Um, People should be allowed to get pistols and stuff like that, and I don't know, maybe there should be a limit on the amount of ammo they can carry.
That's another thing. People have excessive amounts of rounds. Excessive.
As somebody that owns guns, I can tell you, yes, we own excessive amount of rounds because I have way too many rounds that I have a garbage bag full of rounds.
That's a lot. The only thing about banning them is this country's dead ass built off of it
Hmm.
in broad daylight. That's embarrassing. It is embarrassing, bro. Yo, you couldn't see the knife, bro. He came that close to you and you didn't see it. Come on, bro. That's your fault.
That's
That's
embarrassing.
your fault, bro. Can't tell me you got stabbed to death, bro. What? The fuck are you talking about, bro? Stabbed to death. My thing is, if you ban guns, you can't really ban guns because this whole country, this everyone's personalities. Most of these people we're talking about that have an excess, their personalities is their gun. If you ever have a conversation, if you ever have a conversation with them, the first thing they show you is dozens of pictures of them either posing or they have all their guns lined up on the floor and they have an overhead picture of these guns. Their personalities, these guns. The Second Amendment was guns. All of us came up in American schools, I believe. We all learned the Bill of Rights and the main thing's the right to bear arm.
I'm about
Like
to say
we all,
that was like the one thing like I saw you in school.
they
like,
emphasized that
they
bitch.
drilled that in our heads. Like that's the one amendment that like I don't know any other amendments, but I promise you,
Well,
I know we
that's-
have the right to bear arms.
Yeah.
I know
That's the
freedom
one
of
I remember the
speech
most.
and
Yeah.
bear arms. That's all
Yeah.
I know.
I only know the first two because I think that's the only ones people really care about in school. Like they'll they'll talk about like the other ones because I know there's one for like slavery and stuff like
I'm about
that.
to say
But
the
like they
slavery
don't even talk
amendment's
about
in there, and I
yeah,
have no
and they
idea
don't
which
they
one it
barely
is.
talk about them and they
Damn,
barely
I didn't
talk
even know
about
that was that. I thought
Yeah,
that was the
one of the amendments
extension.
is something to do with slavery, and I have no idea which one it is.
them. I
It
believe
wasn't
it's like the
original
18th or
10
something
though.
like
Yeah.
no.
See, that's the thing. Like people who didn't grow up in America, they emphasize like the Second Amendment. They emphasize the right to bear arms. The teachers when they
Mhm.
say that part, they say the right to bear arms. Like you got head ass teachers like that.
Mhm.
So taking away everybody's guns is gonna be difficult.
Oh,
And it'll be hard to do something like that.
what I hate the most is people saying they should give guns to teachers.
That's
That is an
insane.
awful idea. That is
That is
awful.
insane. I've made multiple teachers cry, bro. And if they had a poll on them, come on.
Nah, bro, can you imagine like you talking in class, you talking a little too much, and the teacher just slams the gun on the desk and like, all right, Brandon, stop talking.
Especially, bro, I had a teacher that hated males. No, you can't
Yeah.
give a female teacher that hate males a gun on them. Come on, bro.
I had the
if
complete
I'm-
opposite. I had a female teacher that loved males and hated the females.
No, on the
That's
realistic
so
thing though, on
weird.
the realistic note, I had a couple teachers back in the day where if like say me and father are in the class and I talk to him, yo, let's jump this teacher. Easiest lick I've ever had in my life. So if there's really guns, you're gonna bring guns into the classroom, not a smart idea.
No.
Sorry.
Where do you think a teacher would keep his pole? If you were a
Oh,
teacher,
under
where
the
would you
desk.
keep it?
Under the desk.
Yo, imagine they got it strapped on their belt.
Right here.
Yeah.
On here.
Talking about something. You
That'd be the most
Nah,
American
whoa,
shit.
whoa. That's a lot of skin there, whore.
Your shorts on fingertip link. You know what Go get it right.
Call your parents right now. Call them.
That'd be the most American shit ever.
No.
Imagine the
be
principal walking
awful.
around with a AR-15.
Oh my,
That's
I would cry.
insane. Have you guys had like bad deans as well? The deans would have a pole, and if a fight
Yeah.
breaks out, and you know how teachers break up fights. Oh, I just had this happen in my old high school. This is why having a gun in the school is a really bad problem. In my old high school, I seen a video. I probably can't show it, But so two kids are fighting. Then two of his friends jump in. So there's just four kids now fighting. Not really throwing hands, just kind of wrestling, like high school shit. They're not really throwing hands or boxing. They just let me get you on the floor type shit.
Quick minutes.
The cop gets into it. Now when the cop gets into it, the cop had his gun on. Not out, but here or somewhere. And then also one of the kids had a gun in his bag. So oh yeah, in that school, like multiple kids got expelled for having guns in their bag. Basically they're fighting. The cop's magazine somehow falls out. So in the video you see a dick. You just see a dick go across the floor. And then 2 seconds later, the kid's book bag, like, he gets ripped off of it, opens a little bit. I guess it wasn't fully closed. The pole falls out. Bro, in the video, you see just the pole sitting there, bro. If a teacher had a gun on, bro, and you really made me mad, I'm up. Come on, bro. I'm
Yeah,
taking her off the
loving it.
teacher, bro. Damn, it was deep in the trenches. Choice. Another story, yeah, we was in SATs. Let me just say this. We was in having SATs. This one I was in school. One of the kids was trying to get out a pencil. One of the kids was trying to get out a pencil in PSATs. It was a practice SATs. And he didn't even pull his shit out. He just opened his bag and you just see in his book bag, and the teacher's like, it was a female teacher. She went, like shit like that. And bro got expelled, bro. I think he in free gang. Yeah, bro, in Delaware.
No cap. Can you guys tell I'm sweating bullets in this garage?
Yes.
Nah, you bright red too, bro. Take your glasses off.
Bro, this nigga went through like 5 drinks, bro.
Yo, you got 2 glasses. You got 2 glasses on, bro.
Bro, he was eating a freeze pop trying to stay cool. It was not working. It was not working.
Oh, it's probably like 90 degrees, no AC in that bitch.
Bro, why you don't open the garage? Get some airflow.
Nah, that's crazy. Opening the
Nah,
garage is
bro.
crazy.
The glare off his face is crazy.
Bro, you see the
All
sweat.
right. Now we're going crazy.
That boy oiled up.
J Term made an ocean. I know that's
All right.
pause.
That's crazy.
Hey, yo, closing remarks. I think we wind down. It's been a long hour, I should say. J. Cole's back to professional hooping. Does anyone care?
No. Drop album.
No.
Drop album.
Does anyone know the team?
No.
Canada.
It's in Canada?
Yeah, is it not the CBL, Canadian Basketball League?
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
is. Oh yeah, it is. You're right. Yeah, J. Cole. Your album was nice, bro. It was better than Kendrick's.
Drop album.
Just
Stop
stop, bro.
basketball.
Just stop, bro. Just stop. You had a nice album. Go do a couple features. And yeah, leave the basketball alone to Dennis Smith Jr., bro, for real.
Dennis Smith Jr. is crazy.
You guys want to try out Q&A today or no?
No.
Nah.
No?
We learned. I'll talk to you about
Yeah.
it after.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
talk to you about that.
Why?
I'll talk to you
Oh,
about it.
it's yeah. We've learned some things about a Q&A.
Yeah. But
So that's
shit.
it. I mean, I guess we're closing it out.
No,
Was it
no,
nice?
no, no, oh, no.
No,
Throw,
man,
throw that
man,
ass.
Oh, yeah.
Throw it. Throw it.
Throw
Yo, nah,
it.
bro.
that shit right now.
No, we're gonna
Throw
see the
it.
sweat bounce off his ass.
Matter of fact, I want you to get up on the hanger, hold up there, and shake it.
Oh, can y'all see if I do it?
Yes, sir.
Yo,
see if y'all
nah, we can't turn music on this YouTube. Fuck.
I think y'all would be able to see.
You point
Matt,
the
sing to
camera.
him.
Can y'all see like this general area?
Yeah, we could see the fitness gear.
We
All
finna
right,
rate
I'm gonna
this,
go back
right?
there now.
Yeah,
Yo.
go back by the door.
Yo,
Like,
we
I mean,
finna
by the
rate
wall.
this?
Like right
Yo,
under where
everybody-
you hit your head.
Everybody in chat, rate this. While
Yeah,
going
fact,
on.
chat. Rate this. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you're getting
Oh yeah.
ISO'd.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, put your hands on
Yeah.
no, put your hands on the
Turn
wall.
around, turn around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I threw that shit.
The
Yeah.
watermark's dripping out.
All right, Matt, do our outro, and then Larry, do the thing. Do the thing.
Yo, appreciate y'all coming out. Shout out everybody that showed support. Like the video, subscribe.